بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن حذيفة وأبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنهما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يجمع الله تبارك وتعالى الناس إلى آخر الحديث shareef. Hadith shareef is being narrated by Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu and Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and quite long hadith shareef inshallah. We will do this hadith shareef next week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us drink from the pure spring of Quran and Sunnah of Nabi Salalahu. Our Sheikh Yunus rahmatullah alayhi used to say that person who drinks from the pure spring of Quran and Sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then his mizaj becomes like that. He used to say, Sahaba ki khubu aa jati. When person remains drowned into Quran Majid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and into ahadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as much as that person remains drowned into Quran and into ahadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, then gradually he gets habits, attitudes of Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that possible for all of us. And Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah alayhi used to say, people used to ask him that, we don't find you in our gatherings, we want to meet you, but you stay to yourself only. Why is like that? So he used to say that, I stay with Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala ajma'in. So people used to say that Sahaba are gone, their time is gone. How are you staying with Sahaba? So he said, I remain into the books of hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So while remaining into the books of hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you feel as if you are into the company of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And who were into the company of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Sahaba. So he said, I am in midst of Sahaba. Our Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahib rahmatullah alayhi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that type of consciousness. He used to say, and literally we felt, whenever he spoke about Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spoke about any hadith sharif, he spoke about any sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spoke about any part from the seerat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to say that travel in your imagination, and after your journey, after your travel, make yourself such that in an imagination you are thinking that you are into the midst of Sahaba. And that was the nisbat of Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahib rahmatullah alayhi. If anyone of you had experienced that, whenever he spoke about Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we felt like you are into the sohbat, into the company Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that possible for all of us. Sohbat is crucial. You know, Jamaat is here, and whenever Jamaat comes, I always share this incident. Now we have e-masjid, and you have YouTube, and you have transmission going on into every homes. But look at the difference. I'll I'll give you two examples. Then you will understand the difference. Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh, he was traveling by flight. And at some stage he asked his son, and at that time it was very easily accessible. So he said to his son that go to pilot and find out that what is the time, because I want to perform my salat. So when son went to ask, so pilot said that in my flying only 20 minutes remaining. Then co-pilot will take over. So wait for me. I also need to perform my salat. We will perform salat together. So after 20 minutes, pilot joined in. They performed salat together. And then after salat, pilot made request to Hazrat Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh that, can you give me some nasihat? Can you give me some advice? As soon as Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh is being asked by that pilot that give me some nasihat, some advice, he started crying, Maulana Manzoor Nomani. And he was crying profusely. So much that both of them, his son and that pilot, became worried that what's wrong, what happened to him. They were trying to intervene. That did we hurt your sentiments? Did we do anything? Did we cause anything? Why are you crying? When he calmed down, at that point, he said, no, you did not make me cry. He said, one day, Markaz, Nizamuddin, he said at Markaz at Banglawali Masjid, that was the original Markaz. He said from there, Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullah Alayh sent me for Gush. And he was waiting for Istiqbal. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us imani, deep foresight. These salafs of ours, they used to say that whatever we do based on Quran and Sunnah. Sometime your sight does not reach that how it is connected to Quran and Sunnah. You say there is no dalil because your sight is not reaching. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that short-sightedness and from that half-sightedness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us, depth of Quran and Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding of Quran and Sunnah. So, Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullah Alayh, he said, I will wait for Istiqbal, I will receive people, and you go for Gush. Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh, he is mentioning why is he crying. He said, I went for a big distance, and I kept on knocking people's door for Gush. So he said, when I was returning, Maulana was waiting, and he was awaiting for some guest of Allah to arrive, but no one arrived. Maulana is returning. So, from the far, he must have seen what is happening. Nabi Sallallahu said, "Ittaqu firasat al-mu'min, فَإِنَّهُ يَنْزُرُ بِنُورِ اللَّهِ." Beware from the foresight of a believer, because he doesn't look at you by his physical eyes only. He looks at you by that nur which is being granted to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So beware from that nur. So Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh, as soon as he got to Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullah Alayh, Maulana asked that, have you returned? He said, Hazrat, I returned. And then he said, he made a complaint. He said, I went and I covered few miles and I knocked so many doors. No one responded. No one came as cash. And like my effort, he's trying to say that my effort gone in vain. When you do any effort for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will never go in vain. Somewhere, somehow the other, some time of your life, that effort will be born as a big tree. Maulana Manzoor Nomani Rahmatullah Alayh said that Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullah Alayh said to me that Manzoor, do not be despondent. Do not lose hope. Time will come that people will come to you in air to seek guidance, advices, nasihat from you. So he said, when this pilot was making requests, I felt that years ago, that old man had said that one day people will come to seek deen from you into the air. One example. Second example, Hazrat Mullah Yusuf Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi was standing onto the mimbar of Banglawali Masjid, and there was few people like we are now into the masjid. Only few people. Masjid was very small at that time, and Hazrat was delivering his sermon from the mimbar, and very few people in front of him. Hazrat Maulana Ilyas Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi asked that, Yusuf, what is your intention? What is your intention? So he said, these people, my audience who are in front of me, they are my intention. So, when tuning is taking place from that person whose tuning was taking place from his predecessors, then it continues. So, they said, Tasheeh Niyat, one of the 6 number, that ikhlas niyat, that have sincerity of the niyat. When person becomes embodiment of ikhlas, and when he tells you that do this according to this niyat, then his sentence will bear very heavy weight. His quality of ikhlas will be transferred into you. So he asked Maulana Yusuf Sahib that, who is your intention? He said, my audience, few people. Maulana Ilyas Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi said, no, Yusuf, make intention that whatever you are saying to this audience, you are intending for the whole ummah, far and wide, not present ummah and future ummah of Nabi Salalahu Alaihi Waslaam. So I always say that now we have e-masjid and transmitter and YouTube channel and what, but there are, our voice doesn't go very far. And what Maulana Yusuf Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi spoke years ago into that small masjid, every sermon of him, every speech of him is being compiled, and it is being read, and it is being transferred from then until today. Because of that ikhlas of niyyat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us for his deen, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it possible for us that we go through Quran and Sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal ta'ul, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant, زهر الللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامح عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامح تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب يا من عنده الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك وغضبك والنار اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم هم أسلنا ووصلنا وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا فاقبض إليهم أرواحنا اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.